Hi everyone, welcome back. Those of you who are new, welcome to the space. This is a continuation from yesterday's reading. And I'm just kind of going with the flow and the guidance. Yesterday, we spoke about moving into a space of the Three of Pentacles. You know, matching our energy in a positive way, creating something, moving in a direction to create something that really resonates with you. And the direction, which I refer to with the Wheel of Fortune, is an aspect that is meant for you, that feels good, that you feel comfortable with. And along the way of creating whatever that Three of Pentacles means to you, as you engage with others, you focus your attention on researching and getting a better understanding. Things start to happen. Positive things. You feel your strength, your power. You sense your direction. Ten of Cups. To me, that's a aspect of the sun. This really is about one resonating in what they're doing, in their truth, in their essence. So let's see what we have regarding how we identify it. How do we know when we're there? What is it that will allow us to see that? All right, Spirit. I forgot to light my candle. My, oh my. Beautiful. All right. How do we accomplish that? Or more importantly, what is it that we're going to engage in that will allow us to understand where we're at? This is the who, what, where, when, how aspects, right? What do we have here? How are we going to know? How do we know when we're there? Well, first of all, we feel really good. Eight of Cups. How will we know? Because with the Eight of Cup energy, you know, you feel like you need to move on. You just have that sense that, I think it was a Six of Swords at the end of the, or in the in the last reading, that you just have enough, you're done, and you just, you know, mentally you're ready to just move on. Move away from whatever the challenges, conflicts, juggling all the shit, trying to make it work when it's not really working for you. You just feel like you're spinning your wheels. And that's what that Eight of Cups speaks of. It's like moving on, moving forward, moving in a direction that does not really create an emotional disturbance within yourself. You know, we spoke yesterday about things feel, you know, when you're in a higher vibration, when you feel your own essence, when you feel at peace, you know, the sun, happy home, happy family. When you feel that essence, that peacefulness, that centeredness, things become effortless. They just flow. And that's what we're talking about, right? The fluidity, moving in and out of whatever it is that we're doing on a daily basis, and just allowing things to flow naturally without struggling. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not going to be challenged, but it means that a challenge presents itself and we're not like losing our shit over it. You know, we just, okay, so here's another challenge that I have to deal with, and let's deal with it. And then we let it go, release it. And that's what that Eight of Cups is about. It's about letting go, releasing, stepping away, and recognizing that it is time to move away from whatever that aspect is that just doesn't feel right for you. Interesting. The number vibration here is the Temperance. If I recall, when I first started yesterday's reading, the Temperance card fell out of the deck. It presented itself. I'm finding it interesting that these three cards has that vibration. The Temperance card, to me, is alchemy. It's understanding understanding that in order to step into your essence, your place that is effortless, that there are things that need to come together so that you can do that. Now, in the traditional Rider-Waite, we have fire and water, right? We have wands and cups. And it is about working with our emotions, working with how we interpret our experiences in order to heal. And all intent purposes, fire and water really are two elements that don't necessarily work well together, right? Water puts out fire. Fire can change the composition of water. It can boil it and it vaporizes, and the water, what am I trying to say? It can turn to vapor. Fire, the wands, is a state of, I want to say, combustionability. In order to utilize it, you need to experience and work with it. That's why, like, I interpret the wands as being our experiences. It allows us to engage in our surroundings, in our world, with others, and just have an experience. And combustionability, to combust, is to have a turn of events, if you will. And you could say explosion, you could, whatever, however you want to put it. It is a change. Something creates that change. And when we are using fire and water, our water is our emotions. It's what we hold in our heart space. And what we are changing is our emotions, is our heart space. Now, an experience could be a good, a positive, or not positive, negative. What am I trying to say? It could be a horrible experience, or it can be a more pleasing experience. And that's what we were talking about yesterday, about effortlessness. We're not put on this earth to suffer, but yet we do. Why do you think that is? It's a rhetorical question. I think, in my humble opinion, the suffering that I went through as a child and how I interpret it today, how I've worked through all that today, is about understanding that every experience, every breath that you take has meaning, has value, as I say, has meaning. So, why, you get in a car accident, it's like, that's a combustionable experience, right? You're laid up in the hospital, you don't have health insurance, but you can't do anything but sit in that hospital and heal. And then you get home and you still need to heal. But you got to go to work because others rely on you, or you rely on yourself to support yourself, and shit just keeps happening over and over and over, and you're just like, I've had enough. And I think that was the point that I was trying to make in the last video. It's like, when you've had enough, you just want to move on. Six of Swords, Eight of Cups. Time to move on. Time to leave that behind and just move forward with your own healing. Move forward feeling more complete. Feeling like you're gaining something versus lacking something. In a car accident, I had bad luck. What did you gain from that? Well, you learned that, you're tired of not being able to support yourself or being challenged in that aspect, working yourself to the bone, that the only way you was able to rest your body was a tower moment, a car accident. It really allowed you an opportunity to, think about where you're at and come up with a different plan, a new perspective. And that's moving away from emotional baggage, holding on to shit that just really, it weighs you down. It doesn't allow you to step into your power, your strength. It doesn't allow you to feel your own personal essence as it was meant to be. It is a way for you to shift and change. Shift and change your own perceptions about who you are in the realm of your family, your world, your community, and more importantly, your spirituality, because water speaks of spirit. Interesting. Shadow card is the Death card. We saw that in yesterday's video, the last video. That is the opportunity. And if we just use the idea I was talking about, being in a car accident, maybe you worked yourself to the bone. You work 5 different jobs just to make ends meet. You're juggling everything and you're freaking exhausted, and you found yourself swimming in this soup of, I don't know, the hamster wheel. You're stuck. That car accident, as much as it hurt your physical body, and as you heal your physical aspect, you begin to realize that you need to take another option. You need to be creative. And maybe that's when you decide, well, I think I used nursing. I want to be a nurse. It's like, all right, I'm done with the rat race. I want to go and be a nurse. And you start to figure out if that really is for you, because you start getting some information about it. You're creating a change. And with that change opens doors for you. It allows you to use your creative tools stepping forward. It is an opportunity. An opportunity to make whatever adjustments you feel is for you. Interesting. So when you feel like you've had enough, yeah. Interesting that the King of Pentacles falls under the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune. That speaks to me about feeling your strength, your power, your essence, the effortlessness. You start to feel strong again. You feel like you can conquer anything. You're at your best. I mean, we all go through cycles, right? The wheel. We all go through cycles. There's certain periods when we feel our strongest, and there's other periods where we feel our weakest. Like last night we went out, my husband and I, and today I feel tired, but I feel strong. My physical body isn't used to hanging out till 1 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, my body feels tired, but interestingly enough, the messages flow quite easily today. So I despite my body feeling a little hungover, if you will, I still feel my strength of my essence. I feel like I'm in a place of non-resistance, being in the moment. That's the beauty of this. It is about being in balance, in a balanced state. Didn't we see the Justice card? That you feel validated when you're in this energy. Yeah, I'm getting affirmation on that. This is that validation point. When you step away and begin, you leave that stuff behind and you begin to create, and then you get validation. That's when you're in your essence. That's when things shift, change. You feel the power. You saw me mix the deck up. The Death card again. When you feel validated, you feel strong. You feel your strength. You feel like what you have to offer yourself, for others, for your world, whatever it is that you're creating has strength to it, has a good solid foundation. I'm getting something to the effect of preparing. I'm not sure what that's about, but I'm going to leave that and let's see what happens. The Hermit. So I find this extremely interesting, and I'm going to tell you why. The Hermit speaks about going within oneself, searching for your inner light. We're talking about your essence, right? And this is you finding it, at least going in the process of turning inward to seek out whatever that essence is. And that's pretty much what we've been talking about. But interestingly, it lays over the 10 of Cups, which is the Sun, and it lays over the Wheel of Fortune, which is the World card. No. One second. Which is the Sun as well. 1919. I apologize. It just, and here we have the King. It really does bring you into balance. You become justified, and that validation process just keeps transpiring. Validate, 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 validate. And I'm getting repeated numbers here. 29, 29, 9, 10, 10. It feels like a stacking of opportunity to really be in your element, in your essence. Quite interesting. And these 3 cards is really understanding and coming to a realization as to what it is that brought you to this point, why you took the steps necessary to move in that direction, and learning as to how it is that you've come full circle and you end up with all these beautiful gems and jewels by following the breadcrumbs, what you've learned along the way, that builds you up and gives you the strength, the fortitude, the grace to move forward and to build upon, to strengthen your foundation, your structure. Interesting. Awareness. Waking to your own awareness as to what it is that you have that is unique and special to you moving forward, and how you can create that. The World. We spoke of the world, but then I was like, oh no, it's the Sun. It is a new cycle that's stepping forward. I'm getting it on multiple levels. I'm receiving it for individuals, you know, on a micro and a macro. But our world is shifting and changing. And I feel like this is moving in a better light. But that's really a perception that I hold. Others might not feel so. But it really is a leveling up of your own creative aspect, your own creative energies moving forward. Yeah. 3 of Wands. And that brings us back to the last reading where we had the 2 and 4. Juggling You know, just existing, and then stopping to evaluate yourself and say, oh no, I'm moving towards the 3. When you change that cycle, an opportunity arises for you to experience something different, something that will allow you an opportunity to learn some more aspects of yourself with strength and beauty. And the number 6 was a contract. So it is a partnership with yourself moving forward. The Empress. Moving forward, creating circumstances, creating opportunities for yourself. Creating a balance so that you, 4 of Cups, so that you can see what the universe, your guides, your higher self is attempting to bring forward for you. 2 of Wands, new experience. It's a new avenue that you can take. You might not know where you're going, and it might feel a little strange because you're not sure, but you know, you don't know if you're going to make it to be a nurse, but it's moving you in a direction that's purposeful. Either you in your mind, and I'm just using that aspect that I was talking about being a nurse, either in your own personal mind, you want to be a nurse. Now, you don't know if you're going to end up being a nurse, but you're going in a different avenue. We know that this avenue has purpose to it. Whether that goal was meant for you or not, that's still to be seen. We don't know. But one thing is for sure, you're heading in a direction of your wish fulfillment, of change, and all you have to do is step towards it. And when you do, the Page of Wands, you will move quite quickly. But the Page of Wands reminds me to say to you, stop to smell the roses along the way, the flowers. Be in the moment so that you can see those tidbits of breadcrumbs, those gems, so it can guide you to whatever your purpose is meant to be. 3 of Cups. It will guide you to the right people, the right resources. And it will bring you, well, to your own awakening. Interesting. It will bring you that new experience, to your own awakening, to your own liberation, if you will. Judgment card. To your own strength. Interesting. And it will move you, the Chariot. It will move you rather quickly. That's, to me, the 7, the Chariot, I mean, really is our intuition moving us. If you stop and be in the moment, you find those little breadcrumbs and you move with them. And you take it in, you take that guidance. It moves you really quickly. Queen of Cups. You are then in harmony. You are validated. Justice card. You are balanced. And that is when the 4 of Wands, that is when you can be in a joyful state, When you feel you're in a joyful state, I would say, then you know you're on a good path. When you feel centered, you feel balanced. Interesting. When you surrender to the experience, free of worries, free of fear, just be in the moment, things change. You then become creative. Four of Swords. That is when we find what is meant for us, what is meant for you, what is meant to be in your world, in your aspect. Ace of Swords. That is when you'll know. Effortlessness. Complete and utter effortlessness. You know, I think I'm going to leave it there because the next video will be about the the King of Pentacles. Thanks, everyone. Be well. Peace.